May I ask, so I live in the neighborhood,
Sure.
And I've come to the CVS very often. May I ask why you called the police on those two men?
CVS policy dictates that if you're shoplifters, that exit the store with merchandise unpaid for, you should get the police involved.
So you know what happens when the black men or black people, and you decided to call the police on two black people that allegedly took something from the store because you're willing to uphold the policy, and they could have lost their lives.
Just a quick message before the video starts. If you could like this video, leave a comment below, but most importantly, hit the red subscribe button and the little bell next to it, which will notify you when these videos become available. And most importantly, share this video around. That helps me stay competitive with the big multinational corporations such as CNN and the BBC that YouTube is unfortunately choosing to prioritize. Thank you very much and enjoy this video. Greetings, free thinkers. Welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I certainly am. Now, on today's episode, we have a short clip to show you that we need to go over in the United States, in which a Karen-like entity, left liberal woman, decided to accost a store manager, literally a store manager. So it's literally like the meme, the Karen meme. And she was berating them and demanding ominously to know what his name was, which he quite wisely refused to give her, and we'll get onto that in a little while. But she demanded to know his name, wanted to know why two African-American men were arrested for shoplifting, and why he called the police on them for the shoplifting. She doesn't seem to understand that it's a crime. That is no way a slur on the whole group in any way. Of course it's not. We're going to get onto that as well. We're going to watch the clip, but it highlights, one, the reason why we need to have open dialogue, and two, the width between the two camps at the moment, left and right. And I think we've actually gone beyond a left-right paradigm. I think it's diverged beyond what is simply left and right. And I really do hope that left and right, if those two terms are still relevant anymore, if those two groups can come together, I really hope that can happen. I really hope we can talk our way through the problems a lot of people face in the West at the moment. But it's just, this doesn't help. Don't worry about our cause. It's not about our cause, but to the woman in general and the people she thinks she is helping, she isn't. Her actions are not helping anyone. So we're going to get into that. Let's get into the clip. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video. That helps me stay competitive with the big multinational corporations such as CNN. Let's just get into the clip. Okay, so this is the clip in question.
May I ask, so I live in the neighborhood, and I've come to the CVS very often. May I ask why you called the police on those two men?
CVS policy dictates that if you're shoplifters, that exit the store with merchandise unpaid for, you should get the police involved. And if the police apprehend them, you should issue a barring notice.
Okay.
So I actually did not elect to press charges. I said, hey, look, I just want them to know they can't come in here anymore because they shoplifted, and I just need them to sign that, and I need my merchandise back. And the officers obliged, and the guy said the same thing, thank you, and they left.
It's not your merchandise, it's the store. So you know what happens when the black men or black people, and you decided to call the police on two black people that allegedly took something from the store because you're willing to uphold the policy, and they could have lost their lives.
We can agree to disagree on this because I don't work for you, and I follow my company's policies, not your policies, where I can appreciate your concerns.
So you're willing to risk someone's life for what, $30,000 a year?
And that is at the heart of the woke left worldview, in which she says to him he is willing to risk their lives, not them themselves, by shoplifting. And of course, you're not risking your life when you shoplift. No one should shoplift. It's a bad thing. And let me tell you something, right? I'm working class British. Look, we've all suffered in life, okay? That's why I really hate this idea of the critical theory and that all white people have privilege. I really disagree with that, because I had a terrible childhood. I was homeless twice, and I sometimes had to take food to eat, and I always knew that if I took food that I didn't necessarily pay for, that was on me. It was my responsibility. Of course, that was years ago when I was a teenager, but I knew the responsibility was always on myself. Okay, this lady is trying to pass off the responsibility for the two men in question who were arrested for shoplifting. She's trying to pass off the responsibility from those men onto the store owner. And I know the Karen meme is often, can I see the store manager? This is quintessential Karen. Quintessential Karen. So she's just not understanding that actions have consequences. This should be an integral part of anyone's point of view. If you're going to live and function correctly in a modern society, or any society really, you have to understand that your actions are going to have consequences. So if you do positive things, your actions are going to have positive outcomes. If you do negative things, your actions are going to have negative outcomes. That's just... You don't have to be on the left or on the right to understand that. I'm sure we can all understand that. And this is what I mean about how, when it comes to the political camps, this big divide that we have in Western society at the moment, and the United States especially, there's a huge divide at the moment, culturally. A divide that the woke left, like this woman in general, her mentality people, her philosophy, they created this divide and then they pushed it further and further apart. But I'm concerned this divide can't be bridged anymore. How can you, I hope it can, I hope we can bridge it, but how do you bridge the gap when you're trying to deal with someone like that? Okay, so let's continue the clip.
Yeah,
there was no risk, in my opinion. Thank you. You have a great night.
What is your name?
My name is store manager.
No, what is his name?
No one's going to tell you my name when you're sitting here videotaping us so that you can try and elicit some sort of violence against me. It's not going to happen.
Very smart move on his part, and top marks, very well done to that man. I've a lot of respect for him and the way he handled this situation. He refused to give her his name, and that was a very smart thing, because you know what she would have done? She would have put it all over social media. She's put this video up, and it's got almost 500,000 views on Twitter, and I'd appreciate if you guys could share this around. I would love 500,000 views myself, of course. Which content creator wouldn't? But what she would do if she had his name, she would try her hardest to get at him. She would try her hardest to get people to do some pretty unspeakable things. And he knows this. He's seen what's happened. Everyone's seen what's happened. Everyone's seen what happens in situations like this, where if you do wrong, you are praised. If you do right, you are damned. Anyway, let's finish. It's not got long left.
Illicit violence against you? You just elicited violence against two black men by calling the police on them.
We got to walk away. When one of them had a warrant, he could have been arrested, and the cops still let him go.
Just listen to yourself. You work with black folks. You just remember that.
No, lady. You listen to yourself. Okay? You're projecting on him. You're projecting what you want to do onto him. Okay? You see yourself as a saviour. It's the theory of low expectations. You think that the people you are electing yourself as a spokesperson for, they never asked you to be their spokesperson. They're perfectly capable of speaking for themselves. The store manager said one of them walked away and the other one had a warrant out for his arrest anyway. Okay? You've elected yourself to be the spokesperson because you think they can't speak for themselves. I'm sure they can speak for themselves. They don't need you to act like a saviour. You've got that saviour complex. You're trying to cause trouble for him. That's the only reason you've turned up in the shop. It's the only reason you're there. You haven't bought anything. You turned up, smartphone camera on in hand, with the intention of getting that shop treated the same way so many other countless businesses have been treated by the the 3-letter acronym. You know which one it is. And their friends in the other neo-Marxist organisation, you know which one that is as well. Your intentions, madam, are not honourable. Okay, I really do hope, especially after November, I really do hope, if we still are in a right-left paradigm, the gap can be bridged. The right are always trying to bridge this gap. The political right are always trying to bridge this gap. We're always offering olive branches to the left, but the left don't want to take it. The left refuse to take it because of TDS. You know why? Because of TDS. The longer you go on refusing to take it, the wider the gulf between left and right, the wider it gets. And that's, as I say, even if we're in a left-right paradigm anymore, there are those people out there, and I'm starting to think it myself, that maybe we're in a good versus evil paradigm. Instead of a right versus left, it's good versus evil. That's the way it's looking at the moment. So it's on you guys in the woke left, or maybe just moderate leftists, to really start distancing yourselves from the more extreme elements in your camp. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video around. That'll help me stay competitive with the likes of CNN and MSNBC. MSNBC, I've got into the habit of calling them that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.